fight someone like me who's been fighting all the time and who wants to have a fight with you.
Round one.
So the third fight in 29 days now for the Dark Destroyer, Nigel Benn. And the southpaw from Louisiana, we don't know the strength of him. He's 30 years old and been around a bit. And he fought Reg Miller, who gave Nigel Benn a good fight for 7 rounds at the Royal Albert Hall. Apparently had a close verdict with him, so that's the only form line I can give you. But will he go the way of all flesh? 8 in the first round now, Nigel Benn. 3 in the second. So you daren't blink when this fellow's on early on. Well, he'll need to get those arms up in that sort of old-fashioned peekaboo style as much as he can, Taylor, because he's going to get clobbered. He can vary his punches so much, Nigel Benn. You don't see too many Americans backing off, do you, at the start, but I think they might have heard a bit about this fella. He won on the Tony Simpson-Frank Tate bill in Stafford on Feb 7 against Byron Prince of Canada. Now he's trying to bring those arms down now, Benn, so he'll start throwing those shots to the ribs. He's beautifully built for the game, Benn, former amateur champion. Former 5 years Royal Fusiliers. So midway through the first, and that's always a hope when Benn's in the ring anyway. He knows how to keep his arms up, doesn't he, Barry's? And I think he's going to need to here, the American.
He's very immobile, that's the only thing. If he stays there much longer, Ben will break him in two.
Yeah, well, I think he might have heard you there, and he even understood you yet. It looks as though he's just going to stoke this one up. It doesn't seem as though he's got enough firepower to come back at all here, Greg Taylor. But as I say, if he gave Reggie Miller a good fight, that's good form, having seen Miller against Benn. Already bloodied around the face now, the American. Get the impression now that he'll never have patience, Nigel Benn, but I think he wants to take his time just a bit these days, get some experience, and he's bleeding heavily from the nose now, Taylor. But if he keeps on his bike like that, he'll get away for this round with a countdown. Has he stopped it? He's looking. He wants to have a look at the nose right at the end of the round, and the round actually is finished, I think. The bell hasn't gone, but the timekeeper will take a bit of time out. And he's chatting with the American's manager there. He runs a gymnasium in New Orleans. But the bell should go now anyway. Well, the referee really could have waited until the bell, but he's not the timekeeper. He doesn't carry a watch. So father and son team there, Brian Lynch in the corner with Sean, who's only 18. He's just got a license to be a second. And he worked with Ben a bit as an amateur, of course. And he really is the man in the news these days, Ben, at 24. And as I say, all inside the distance. His 14 wins, a total of 28 rounds. I think this fella's saying, hey, I didn't realise these British fighters could hit so hard. They make a few jokes about the Brits in America, about being hitting fancy Dans and all that kind of thing, but I think these fellows from Louisiana have said, hey, this fella means it.
Round 2.
Second round now, and with Greg Taylor a bit bloodied and a bit concerned when the referee had a good look at it at the end of the first round. Not only got to get on his bike, he needs a tandem, I think, to get away from this fella. He really is a punishing finisher. As I said, he's had 3 wins in the second round, Ben. He has a little look at them at the start, bit of a scouting report. And the point is, if he steps up in class now, he's still liable to hit a quality fighter, a ranked fighter on the chin, and shift him. Well, he's come a long way to oblige, hasn't he, Greg Taylor, Barry? But he doesn't look as though he's got anything to beat Benn with.
Yeah, well, I think he's up against it here. This Benn is a bit special, and he'll give him a bit of target practice, but I think that's about it.
They want to have another look now, this the bloodied face. I couldn't tell there whether he's got a cut. Yes, he has, around the eye as well. And it looks like it's all over then, with a minute into the second round. Not for Benn now. He'll be a bit disappointed with that, because he had it all going his own way, and he didn't get the spectacular finish that we've become used to. But referee Ivor Bassett there was quite right to call the man back to the corner and just check and inform the manager that he wouldn't let it go on. So 4th in the second round now, and 15 on the turn for Nigel Benn.